Welcome to Master Gamer Theatre. Today we present dramatic recreations of a section of the 4th edition Dungeon Master's Guide. Inside it describes player motivations that the Dungeon Master should be ready for, and how to deal with each of them. Let's begin, shall we? Everybody plays D&D to have fun, but different people get their enjoyment from a different aspect of the game. If you're preparing and running a game for a group of players, understanding player motivations, what they enjoy about the game, and what makes them happiest when they play, helps you build a harmonious group of players and a fun game for all. Delightful. Now let's take a look at the different personalities presented in the DMG and how you, the DM, should deal with them. First, let's talk about the actor. Be aware that the actor will provide you with their PC background, making sure to emphasize personality.
My character is an elf who only speaks in riddles. Even in diplomatic situations, his riddles mirror his infinite wisdom drawn from years of experience. His name is Conarth Tifanang. That's with 6 apostrophes.
Their character will always play according to their character's motivations.
Your Majesty, the question is, does the lost temple of ludicrous death know how to find you?
The actor prefers scenes where they can portray their character.
Okay, now that we've slain the orcs who killed your wife and daughter and swore a blood oath against your only son, can we please get back to me?
The actor often prefers social encounters to fights.
No, dear ogre, the question is this. Do you know the sound of one hand clapping?
In order to engage the actor, you need to do the following. First, facilitate their PC's personality and background development.
I intentionally made the big bad evil guy the person that killed my family. I hope that doesn't complicate the campaign.
Make sure you provide plenty of role-playing encounters.
Awesome! I have a +10 bonus with talking to treants.
Make sure to allow them to emphasize their character's personality at all times.
I find our informant beneath me. I mean, what kind of elf only has 5 apostrophes to their name?
Perhaps you could recruit them to help create narrative campaign elements.
I promise that just because I know the king will definitely help us, regardless of what we do, that my character does not know that.
Here are some things to watch for in an actor. Don't let them bore the other players by talking to everyone and everything.
Look, I know these negotiations with the 9 kingdoms are supposed to take at least 4 hours, but I'd like to play this out in real time if possible.
Don't let them justify disruptive actions as being in character.
Yes, I know I just promised your firstborn child to the Ogre King in order to allow us to pass, and that you were still a virgin, but I'm just playing my character.
Next, we talk about the Explorer. For one, the Explorer likes to seek out new experiences in the game setting.
I think we should take the long way to Cormyr through the Underdark.
The Explorer enjoys learning hidden facts and locating lost items and places.
I'd like to take the next 6 hours to search through the Library of Congress for information about Atlantis.
They enjoy atmosphere as much as combat and story.
This is awesome! The only way this could get better is if this elevator was playing Sabbath.
They will advance the plot by being ever willing to move on.
Yeah. We've rescued the mayor's daughter, took down the main drug lord, and foiled von Frederick's plot to blow up the world by detonating 10 nuclear bombs simultaneously. What do we do next?
It is always helpful to engage the Explorer by including encounter elements that call for exploration.
Another dungeon crawl? Awesome!
You should always reward their curiosity and willingness to explore.
What are the odds that a sphere of annihilation would be just sitting at the bottom of this outhouse?
Make sure you provide rich descriptions and use cool maps and props.
Dude! Holy crap! Where'd you get all this gold to recreate El Dorado?
Try recruiting the Explorer to map for the party.
I'm gonna need another ream of graph paper.
You must be sure that the Explorer does not use knowledge of the game world to their own advantage.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows that Josephine's second cousin's aunt's nephew was a librarian. There's no way she wouldn't know where the book was located.
And finally, Don't let them bore the other players or exhaust you with their thirst for detail.
So describe to me, in detail, every level of the temple. Don't leave anything out.
Now let's move on to the instigator. First, the instigator likes to make things happen.
I punch him in the face.
They like crazy risks and make deliberately bad choices.
I punch her in the face.
The instigator thrives in combat and dislikes having nothing to do.
I punch him in the face.
The instigator takes decisive action when things grind to a halt.
I punch him in the face.
Try to engage the instigator by including objects and encounters that invite experimentation.
So he wants me to punch him in the face?
Let his actions put the characters in a tight spot, but not kill them all.
So I punched him in the face. It's not like he can kill all of us.
Make sure to include encounters with non-player characters who are as feisty as they are.
Did he just punch me in the face?
Now be sure that the instigator does not get the rest of the group killed.
How was I to know punching him in the face would get his goons to open fire on us?
And certainly don't let them attack the other PCs or their allies.
I punch his mom in the face.
Moving on, we come to the Power Gamer. The Power Gamer optimizes character attributes for combat performance.
I dropped my charisma to 4 so I could raise my strength to 22. I hope that's okay.
They pore over supplements for better character options.
I found an article posted on a website that gives me a +3 to attack mummies. It's only 8 years old, and the site doesn't exist anymore, but I found it by searching Google Cache all this weekend. I hope that's okay.
They spend less time on story and role-playing elements.
Yeah, the ceremony's great. I realize it only happens to honor true heroes, and even then only happens during a red moon, which only happens every 30 years, but how many experience points will we get for this?
They prefer combat to other kinds of encounters.
Hey, can't we just kill the drug lord? I only count 5 bodyguards.
To engage the Power Gamer, you'll need to stress story element rewards, such as Quest XP.
Awesome. So if we go on the quest to save the last unicorn, which will help fulfill the prophecy and bring light back to the world of darkness, my character will be level 3?
Use a desired magic item as an adventure hook.
Well, your majesty, who could say no to a ring of power when your kidnapped daughter is involved?
Facilitate access to new options and powers.
If I level up, my attack bonus goes up to +9. Time to fight that dragon!
Make sure that you include encounters that emphasize their PC's attributes.
And that is why I took Cleave. What kind of stupid minions would just surround a dwarf barbarian like that?
When engaging the Power Gamer, be sure that they don't become a lot more powerful than the other characters.
Oh please, it's just a red dragon. Don't you have a +7 axe of dragon slaying?
Don't let them take more than their share of treasure.
Can I be a loot monkey?
And don't let them treat the other characters as lackeys.
Yeah, be a deer and hold my sack, would ya?
And now, a word from our sponsor. Every day, children everywhere are deprived of experiencing role-playing because of addition wars. These wars are ravaging our countryside, turning brother against brother, father against son, sister against cousin. Please, for the sake of future gamers everywhere, stop the addition wars. Thank you. Paid for by the Association to Stop Bickering Nerds, www.asbn.org. Welcome back to the show. We now come to the more violent aspect of gaming, the Slayer. The Slayer will optimize their character like a Power Gamer.
I looked through 32 supplements and finally found a sword that will allow me to kill any undead with one hit.
They might pick simple options to get into the action quicker.
I run up to it and stab it.
They usually spend less time on story and role-playing elements.
So, now do we get to kill something?
They want to fight monsters and take bold action all the time.
I run up to it and stab it.
You can always engage the Slayer by springing an unexpected battle when the Slayer looks bored.
Huh? Hey, 40 hobgoblins in the closet, you say?
You can make some battles simple and others more complex.
We could either flank them like last time and pins a movement, or I can just run up and stab it.
Let them vividly describe the havoc they wreak with their power.
I take my sword and plunge it into the orc's midsection, turning to do the most damage. I'm laughing as the blood from its celiac artery is covering my face with red syrup. Its entrails fall at my feet, and I almost slip as I kick away its intestines. You okay, Frank? You look a little pale.
You might recruit them to track initiative during combat.
Go, Frank! Then it's only 5 turns until it's back to me.
When it comes to the Slayer, make sure they don't ruin adventures by killing monsters the character should talk to.
I graciously accept the offer of the Elven Queen, telling her that the quest to rescue the lost sword of Nirjin is a quest we undertake in honor, even though we know it, could take years and cost us our lives. Then, when she turns around, I run up and stab her.
And don't let them rush past social and skill challenge encounters to the next fight.
I run up and stab it. What?
We will now discuss my personal favorite personality, the storyteller. The storyteller often provides an extensive background for her PC.
Here's 135 pages of my character background. The rest is in the car.
They work hard to make sure their character fits the story.
Oh, we're starting in Fairhaven? No problem. I don't mind starting over.
They like dramatic scenes and recurring characters.
Holy crap! This is the father of that guy whose uncle's son's butt you pinched in that session from a year ago. Oh man, was he pissed.
They prefer adventures that include at least some plot.
So are we still searching after that lost dog from last session? Or are we trying to find our way to the ogre's lair from the previous session?
You can always engage the storyteller by facilitating their PC's background development.
Only 3 more levels and my bard's family quest will be fulfilled.
You can use their background to help define adventures and non-player characters.
I included 30 people that can be sprinkled throughout the adventures as my sworn enemies. I hope that's okay.
Make sure to include at least a little plot in every adventure.
So are we any closer to finding the shackles of the Titans? I'd really like to leave the bar ASAP.
Ask them to record important events and encounters.
So the barmaid you just seduced, is her name spelled with 1 L or 2?
Just be sure the storyteller doesn't insist on making her character the center of the story.
That's great, Frank. But can we get back to me now?
Don't let them dictate other characters' actions to fit their idea of the story.
But if you did that, then Lady Theoday wouldn't give us what I need to finish my bard's quest to avenge my dog.
The next gamer archetype is the thinker. The thinker does a lot, including engaging any challenge as a puzzle to be solved.
So if I move here, you can flank him, and then we can both get our sneak attacks. Or you can just talk to him. He is 60 after all.
They choose their actions carefully for the best possible result.
By my calculations, if we bust down the door, there's 32.76% chance of a random encounter.
They are happy to win without action, drama, or tension.
How about a nice game of chess?
They prefer time to consider options over bold action.
Can we just take a quick break so I can calculate the odds of every possible action we may take?
You can engage the thinker by including encounters that require problem-solving skills.
You say one of them only ever tells lies, eh?
You can always reward planning and tactics with in-game benefits.
And you guys scoffed when I said I wanted to be the king's food taster.
Occasionally, allow a smart plan to cause a one-sided win.
I told you that Kovachek's gambit always works when fighting against 5 orcs. 2 ogres and a bugbear. Duh!
Try recruiting them to help come up with quests.
How about the Holy Grail? Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Just be sure that the thinker doesn't constantly tell the other players what to do.
You should stand here so he can flank, and then she can move diagonally 4 squares to make best use of her spells. Then I can move this way into position so that this combat will be over in 9.2 seconds.
And do not let them grind the game to a halt when considering tactical options.
Give me 1 second. I know this is covered somewhere in Art of War.
And last but not least, we have the Watcher. The Watcher always shows up to be part of the group.
Hello.
They can help calm disputes by not being as attached to the game.
Does it really matter who punched who first? Can't we just split the reward?
They often fill a hole in the PC group, facilitating the fun.
Sure. I can play the cleric.
To engage the Watcher, you should never force them to be more involved than they want.
Whoa. What the heck is a diplomacy check?
You must accept that they're fine with their Watcher status.
Nah, I'm good.
You must prompt them when they need it.
Oh, is it my turn?
Be sure the Watcher doesn't distract the other players with TV, a video game, or by surfing the internet.
Cure is the best band that has ever existed. It's as if they can really see inside my soul. Oh, is it my turn?
And lastly, make sure that they don't disappear from the table at crucial moments.
The new issue of The Crow just came in. I'll be back in about half an hour.
That concludes this episode of Master Gamer Theater. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that it helps you run your table more effectively and more smoothly. Good night and happy gaming.